Hey y'all, today for Foodie Friday, we're gonna show you how to make the best butter noodles in your Ninja Foodi. Oh, we're having a whole lot of fun. In all my life, in almost 44 years, these are the best noodles I've ever had. Hey y'all, welcome back to another Foodie Friday, where we're giving you another recipe from recipes.crock.com. My beautiful wife's cook blog. And today, for Foodie Friday, I'm gonna just be fast. We're gonna be fast today. We're gonna talk about a couple things, but we're gonna be fast about it. Because sometimes you want some fast food without going to a fast food restaurant. Today, we have that very thing. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, normally, when we test recipes a day in advance, maybe a couple days in advance, sometimes months in advance before we get around to taping this. But I tested this recipe literally 15 minutes ago, and I'm so happy that I did. One reason is because I know it's going to be good for y'all, because we're not going to show you any recipes that aren't really good. Two, that means I've already got something to eat and I don't have to wait on cooking this again before I get to show you what it tastes like and how good it is. So, yay me and yay you. Here's what we're going to make. We're going to make simple buttered noodles using our Ninja Foodi. Now, I know a lot of y'all are going to ask and say, Mikey, isn't it going to be faster if you do it on a stovetop? I'm going to say to you, yes, absolutely. However, why would I do it in a Ninja Foodi versus doing it on the stove? Well, it's real simple. For us, in our little family bubble here, we're in a very small kitchen in an RV, which means we don't have a lot of room. So if I'm gonna, cook dinner and I'm gonna make, I don't know, spaghetti. So you got your pot that's got the spaghetti you're gonna boil. And then in a skillet, you're gonna brown your meat or, to make your sauce and everything. Well, on a little RV stove, it's not feasible because everything's going to be so crowded and your fingers get burnt and you're not getting the right heat underneath the pot because everything's moved to the side, and I'm stressing out just thinking about it right now, which is why we're going to use our Ninja Foodi to do this. I can make my noodles here while I'm making dinner on the stove, and that's the way we do things around here. So, anyway, back to center, butter noodles. Here's what I got. I have what's called pappardelle egg pasta. Now, I tried this with spaghetti. Cris tried it with her low-carb noodles last night. We've had a lot of noodles in the past 24 hours, and I'm not mad about it. But I'm using pappardelle egg pasta. The reason was I wanted a wide egg noodle for this. What I did not realize is when you do pappardelle, it comes in what's known as an egg nest, okay? So, just a balled-up noodle, that's all it is. But I put half of that already for the first batch, and I'm going to do this again. I want about 8 ounces, which is going to be about 4 servings, because you figure 2 ounces of pasta, or in this case, if it's pappardelle, it's 2 egg nests, or 2 noodle nests there. But I want half a box. I've already got half a box cooked, so I'm going to go with half a box. Again, give or take an ounce, it's not going to hurt. I'm going to take a full box, which is 32 ounces, which is also 4 cups of chicken broth in my electric pressure cooker, in my Foodi. Couple drops left in there. I am going to take 1 stick of butter. I'll strip that sucker down. Not going to cut it up, nothing, just drop it in the pot, just like that. And then the last thing I'm going to put in there is parsley. How much parsley? I don't know, as much as you want. I just want something that's going to give a little flavor and it's going to make it pretty. And that's it. I'm not going to stir it. I'm not going to add anything else to it. All I'm going to do is take my pressure cooker lid, and one thing you want to be careful of is you want to make sure that the ring, your rubber ring in there, is down in there right. Otherwise, it's not going to come to temperature, and this is the crucial part. The crucial part is you have to make sure that you're sealed, latched in, make sure you're set on seal. You're going to go on start, pressure, and depending on the pasta that you use, this pasta says it's al dente in 10 minutes. But we're not going to cook it for 10 minutes as far as this goes up to pressure. So I'm going to set it for 3. It's going to take probably about 4 maybe 5 minutes, maybe a little bit less on this because it's already been hot once to come up to pressure, and it's going to hold that pressure for only 3 minutes. And then I'm going to let it go for 5 minutes. I don't want the warmer on, so I'm going to make sure the warmer is shut off. We're going to put it on pressure for 3 minutes, and you have to watch this, okay? Because after 3 minutes, we're going to let it naturally release for 5 minutes, but no more, and then we're going to release the pressure off. Now, I've done all that. That's the magic of that. You don't need to see that, because what I've also done is I've already got a batch I just cooked up the very same way. I've done no alterations to this. This is that put into the future right there. So I'm going to grab me just a little bit of those noodles, and when you stir that up, especially if you're doing the egg nest, whenever you go to pull the lid off, stir it up to make sure that everything's untangled. But these noodles came out exactly the way that I prefer my noodles, which is al dente with just a little bit of chew to them. I want a little bit of work whenever I'm eating my noodles, especially because, you know, noodles, regular noodles, have lots of carbohydrates, so I got to work for them a little bit, you know. But this is what they look like whenever they come out of my Foodi. Here. Maybe that's a little too far. Hang on. Hi. Mikey Goode here. Look at this. We've got these wonderful, wonderful egg noodles. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've already tested them, but I could not wait to test them again because these things are ridiculous. The broth already had enough salt. The parsley gives it just a little bit of flavor. The butter, that one stick of butter, gives it an amazing amount of flavor. But it tastes like chicken and noodles without the chicken, okay? So Chris's mom would make noodles like this as a side dish, kind of like you would with macaroni and cheese or anything like that. But it's a beautiful side dish, but it's also versatile because now you've made noodles. So what I'm getting ready to do is once I'm done with that batch there, I'll clear out the pot and then I'm gonna cook me some Mississippi chicken. And that way I've got Mississippi chicken over butter noodles. In all my life, in almost 44 years, these are the best noodles I've ever had. You can make a meal out of them. I would eat that for breakfast. I would take that over cake. It's so good. And I'll tell you one thing I did last night was I tried this with spaghetti, the real fat spaghetti noodles, and I ended up making a pasta carbonara sauce, which was 2 cups of heavy cream and bacon, and a lot of people will use pancetta. I didn't have any pancetta, but I had some prosciutto that we had to get, had to take care of before it went bad. And so between the bacon and the prosciutto, and then also some sun-dried tomatoes with a little bit of garlic, I made a really, really good dinner last night. But dinner-wise, side dish-wise, this is so versatile. If you're gonna do this, like if you wanna do it, make it more on a beefy side, you could do it with beef broth instead of chicken broth. It'd be great for beef and noodles. Oh, I can imagine beef tips with this too, it'd be really good. But it's that simple. I could sit here and eat noodles in front of you all day. I think I will. But I'm dead serious when I say this. Best noodles I've ever had in my entire life. If you like this, then you should. Make sure you give us a like down below. If you have not become a member of the Crock Posse, make sure that you click the subscribe button down below. Pretty much somewhere under my chin. Click that subscribe button and you'll be a member of the Crock Posse. If you want to know as soon as we put out those videos, make sure you click the ding-a-ling, that little bell next to the subscribe button, somewhere over here under my chin. And then also, y'all, whatever you do, make sure that you laugh often. Eat good food, like these noodles, and speak life. See you later. So good.
If you want to see the latest, click on the left right here. If you feel like subscribing, click on the right, my dear. And if you think we're funny enough to send us money, click the